Take a load off, grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up your feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time.
We got Michael Buffer in here.
Bruce.
Let's get ready to rumble. I think that's it. Isn't that trademark? Doesn't he have that trademarked?
What, the cadence?
Yeah, no, like let's get ready to rumble. Like, can't nobody else do that?
Oh, he might.
I'm pretty sure. Like him and his brother are the only ones. Bruce, him and his brother Bruce are the only two. That
Okay. So that's not the same guy.
No.
Okay, I thought that he looked different. I just thought that like he started working out and got buff, and like
Yeah, he's a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Michael and Bruce Buffer. But yeah, no, Let's Get Ready to Rumble is a registered trademark owned by Ready to Rumble LLC.
And that's him, I bet.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that video game?
Which one?
Ready to Rumble. It was killer, dude.
I used to play some Fight Night, dude. I used to fucking.
Oh, you used to get in there, Josh?
I used to get in there,
bud.
I used to have a good rope of dope.
With your Wii.
The game or the movie? I remember watching the movie Ready to Rumble.
With David Arquette and Eddie Murphy.
Who?
Eddie Murphy's in it, right?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, Goldberg.
No.
DDP.
Tweeter from
New Tweeter End Zone Dance.
Bud Cooper's Coyotes.
James Caan's boy.
Varsity Blues, yeah.
That is James Caan's son. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Tweeter from Varsity Blues.
Oliver Platt. Eddie Murphy. I don't remember Eddie Murphy being in
No, Eddie Murphy wasn't in that movie. He was way too big. That was during like Nutty Professor and stuff.
Yeah, this was in 2000, and there's not a single black person in this so far.
Damn.
DDP was in there though. I know that.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, DDP, Goldberg, Rey Mysterio, Chris Owen. Who else was? Oh, Michael Buffer was in this. We were just talking about the Buffers. John Cena was in it. He probably was kind of small at the time.
I don't think anybody's seen him.
Yeah, Randy. Randy Savage was in it.
Brother. No, that's Hulk Hogan's brother.
What?
I said brother, but that's Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan says brother.
Yeah.
When you said Randy Macho Man Savage, I just spouted out brother, but that's Hulk Hogan.
Bam Bam Bigelow was in it. Man, I need to rewatch this movie. It's been a minute.
I don't remember Bam Bam.
What movie am I thinking of that Eddie Murphy's like boxing in a movie in the early 2000s?
I don't know.
Either way, moving on. Anyway, but I thought that's pretty cool. They have that trademark, so we can't start our podcast with that. That is it. I think that is it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, because he has like a mission or something, and he's like,
oh yeah, he is a boxer in it. Yeah, 2002. It's a movie with him and
I was close.
Owen Wilson.
I was close.
You talking about him being too big, but he did a movie called I Spy where he was a boxer.
Right, Nick, dumbass. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb, Nick.
He's not gonna do anything with David Arquette. Okay?
He also did Daddy Daycare.
I guess Owen Wilson is bigger than David Arquette, but
yeah, well, Adam Sandler did that movie where he played his own twin sister. Okay, so I mean,
Jack and Jill. That movie was terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That's probably the worst Adam Sandler movie. Probably
it would have been better if Eddie Murphy would have been in Ready to Rumble. I think because I don't remember I Spy. I think I've seen it, but Ready to Rumble actually made me laugh, and I do recall it. Might be because I actually liked wrestling as a kid, though. So
that was a fun movie.
Wrestling's cool.
Yeah. Do we have a movie? Do we have a movie of the week, or is that
Full Metal Jacket? It's not a comedy. Well, I think some parts are funny as fuck.
There's some parts.
Yeah, there's some parts that are funny.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of that movie?
My favorite part is probably whenever they're in boot camp in the beginning, because like half the movie before they even go to Vietnam, they're in the boot camp, and Arlie Emery plays the drill sergeant. Yeah, that guy, and he's fucking with Vincent D'Onofrio's character. He calls him Gomer Pyle, And they're like sitting right before he kills himself. I think whenever he's sitting there and he goes, I am in a world of shit. And then he just like the
Yeah.
fucking stare, like, yeah, that stare right there, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then Arlie Emery says, you best unfuck yourself. He just fucking just goes off. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't even try to talk him down. He's like, if you don't square your way, I will skull fuck you. Like goes off.
Yeah.
And then he just
Oh,
like
This
shoots
is
him
the
in the
picture
head,
right
or
here.
the chest.
what's the drill sergeant's name? What's the actor's name?
Arlie Emery.
Arlie Emery. Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
had
was a
a
real drill sergeant.
he had a TV show on like True TV or something where he
Yeah,
went
History
around.
Channel.
Yeah, on the History Channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saw an article one time that said the writers, I mean, they came up with the good stuff for the drill sergeant to say, but he came up with like 90% of that on his own, and there was like 10 extra hours of footage of
Him just
stuff
going
that,
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he played that better than anybody has ever played.
It was
a
so
drill
good. Well, he started out as a consultant. Like he wasn't even the person that was like cast to
Okay.
be the guy. He was just helping. And Stanley Kubrick, which was the guy over the movie, saw him one day doing it, like showing the other guy. He goes, no, he goes, you got to do this. He said, yeah. So yeah, it's so good, man.
There was a guy, I think that was from Scottsville that was in Platoon that played like a drill instructor or sergeant.
That's a good one too.
His name was Napier. His last,
Yeah.
like his real name was Napier. And the reason that I say that is because my dad and his gang of friends hung out.
We're losing him.
What? Am I back?
Yeah, you're good
You are
now.
back.
Okay.
We were at Napier.
Yeah, his dad and their friends all hung out at a place called the Standard Station, and it was owned by something Napier, and he was the second, but his dad played a sergeant. I don't know if it was in Platoon. I can't remember what movie it was now. I'll have to bring that back up, I guess, because I'll have to ask Dad because I remember that being a real thing, and like, and then also that, oh no, maybe this is kind of silly. Oh no, the same Napier played the sheriff in Squidbillies. So maybe I can find it that way.
Huh.
I love that show.
Yeah,
Franklin's got
Squidbillies.
Annie Potts.
It's a cartoon that's hilarious, especially if you live in Kentucky.
Yeah. Franklin has Annie Potts, but she always claims Nashville. But
Yeah,
she
she's
grew
in
up
Young
and
Sheldon.
graduated. Yeah, she grew up and graduated in Franklin, but she forgot her roots.
Her roots.
That's what happens to all these elites.
That's what's
They
going to
forget
happen to
where they
me when I
come
blow
from.
up. I'm going to forget all about it.
Oh yeah, y'all are gonna know this guy, Charles Napier.
Let's see his man.
Y'all will.
I want to show us his face, brother.
Let's see his face.
Oh, yeah, I know
he's
that
from
guy.
Scottsville.
Yeah.
He's from Kentucky. I don't know if he claims Scottsville, but his yeah.
He plays a really good antagonist.
Okay, so yeah, born in the community of Mount Union near
Yeah.
Scottsville, Allen County. Okay, so yeah. This is the same fella. Yeah. But yeah, he played. Let's see, movies. What movie? He was in Rambo: First Blood.
He plays a really good
I knew he was the
antagonist.
guy from Rambo. I knew he
Yeah.
was the guy
Yeah,
from
Three
Rambo.
Ninjas.
Three Ninjas is good. Dude, I forgot all about Three Ninjas.
Oh, he was in Blue.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah,
Tum Tum.
Silence of the Lambs.
Hulk returns.
Yeah, this is the other than Cal Turner, which most people don't even know that's the dude that created Dollar General. Other than him, this is probably the guy.
Yeah.
This
Ernest goes to jail.
this is the guy from
Austin
Scottsville that
Powers.
everybody knows.
I
He's
got
in
you.
Austin Powers.
Yeah, Austin Powers, Dino Croc. Sounds like I need to look that up. To be
Dino
honest.
Croc. I've never seen Dino Croc.
Yeah, I know I haven't either, but it sounds fun.
I
Ernest
bet
goes
your
to
mom's
jail.
seen it.
I'm sure she has. She's a little bit older than me. Maybe it came out more during her time.
She had a big crush on
Oh,
Charles.
2004? Nah, probably not. I don't remember. the war movie that I remember him being in, but whatever. Maybe it was just the Squidbillies thing that I was hanging on to. But either way, moving on, I guess. I just thought that was a cool thing that I remembered off the cuff there. But my dad hung out at
Chuck Napier.
his son's gas station after school. Like whenever I was in school, everybody hung out at like either on the square or at Sonic.
Mhm.
My dad's friends hung out at this gas station parking lot pretty much.
That's
We
cool. We always
used to-
hung out downtown,
Moore's Drugstore is
Moore's
where we always
Drugstore,
went
or
to.
a
Yeah.
townhouse restaurant. We would go there sometimes too.
I mean, I was obvious. I mean, I hung out. I would be at Sonic or I would go on the square, like I would do that. But majority of the time, my friends always just came to my house and we would just, hang out and do degenerate.
Yeah, we did that a lot too.
Like,
We had a pool in the trailer park. Everybody loved the above ground pool in the trailer park.
We had I've got a friend that worked at Moore's Drugstore like in the late 2000s when they sold it and they closed. They were cleaning everything out and they found, she described it as like a 1 gallon jug of pure medicinal cocaine. And instead of calling the cops, they just poured it in the toilet and flushed it and threw the container away in the dumpster.
Did you cry when they told you that story?
Of course, yeah. That was right in the middle of. I mean, I used to love the way cocaine smelled. You know,
that was pure, probably uncut back then. That was probably like real shit, like not touched at all.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
That
if it was
drugstore
in
was
a
around.
medical bottle, it was probably the best of
Pure.
the best. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got to be like wine, just gets better with age.
Ah,
But yeah, I mean,
I don't
Moore's
think it would
Drugstore.
change it being a chemical. I don't know that it would. I don't know if it would get better or worse.
I know, like pills, like antibiotics and shit, get weaker like after time. You
Yeah,
know?
but if it was in a bottle and it was sealed, I don't know that it. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not going.
I'm not a damn rocket scientist.
Yeah, I've never done this before. What
I
do
don't
y'all
know.
think about this?
God, dude.
Rocket appliances.
Rocket appliances. That's not Trailer Park Boys. That's a Rickyism.
Yeah, Rickyism. He's got.
They're playing space and Bubbles is getting pissed and he goes breaker breaker. He goes Rocket 17. The aliens have fucked over our carbonators. The aliens have fucked over our carbonators. Anyway, but back to Full Metal Jacket. I was wanting to
If you don't mind.
I was wanting to stay in the jungle for a little while and talk about a little operation. We had talked. Wes reminded me before we started. We had a little pre-production meeting, and we had talked about some psychological warfare way back. The OG Tommy Knockers will know about an operation in South America where we, I guess, faked some vampires or something.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I was gonna say it's a little bit hazy for me to remember, but I know that we did.
It's way back.
Oh, what they did was they over loudspeakers, they had I don't know if it was a psychic or like a witch doctor, something like that, like went over the loudspeakers, they like paid them a bunch of money. Everybody in the community knew that they were they all considered this person legit. Like whatever they say is for sure real. They paid this person to go over the loudspeaker and say there's a vampire or some kind of creature
A
that's
spirit
sucking everybody's blood, killing everybody, etc.
taking everybody's babies. They're taking your babies.
Yeah, and then they also at night would paint stuff on the walls and stuff like that,
Like scary shit.
Yeah, scary symbolism on the walls and stuff, like to mark
Kill some
people's
goats
houses.
kill some goats and drain their blood and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so to add to that, let me give you a little backstory. So in the Vietnamese War, the Viet Cong were very hard to fight in the jungle, man. Like, we got our ass handed to us. It was scary as fuck. So we found out that in their religion and their culture, that if a Vietnamese person is killed, if they aren't buried on the homeland, that their spirit or soul wanders forever until like they get closure. So like they're like, they never make it back to their ancestors or whatever their afterlife. And they also haunt while they're still, not out of like anger for not getting the proper burial and stuff.
Yeah.
So we found that out, and we would play. We had these sound engineers make all these sounds. They took like Buddhist, like a chants, and just different like snippets from like films from the 30s and 40s, like women screaming, and they made this tape called Ghost Tape Number 10, and they would play it in the jungle at nighttime to like make these Viet Cong like run back to their families or quit pretty much and give up. And it did work for a little while until they smartened up and figured out that whenever they heard that noise, they would just start shooting that, that way because that's where the sound was coming from.
Yeah.
So it did work for a little while, but it's some pretty spooky shit.
U.S. government playing with the dark arts.
It's called Operation Wandering Souls.
You think the crowd
allowing in the spirit realm.
Yeah, man. That is some scary shit though. Could you imagine like in the late 60s, like being in the jungle? Like you probably haven't seen like a lot of stuff like we have, like in Western culture. So you're like, it's dark, you're sitting by a fire, and all of a sudden you hear these crazy ass sounds coming through the trees and shit. I bet it was pretty scary. It'd be scary now, even like fucking knowing like that shit's out there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, especially for a person like me that believes in all of this shit.
That's scared all the time.
I mean, I believe in all of it. I guess these people back then would have been they would have like full on believed it. Like,
yeah, they would have been reading a book about it that night. Like, well, what do we do just to like stop this?
Yeah, so like me, like I have enough knowledge to be skeptic of certain things, but these guys would have just been like, "Oh, this is happening."
I like how
All right,
I like how over there on the right we got Operation Wandering Soul, and then we got Kid Rock Ball with the Ball.
I was going to say that closely related videos.
This is the duality of men.
Oh, there's also the Borat song.
Throw the Jew down the well.
I don't know that song. Can we listen to that next?
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, we can after Josh's story.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's hear this. So this is the tape. Yeah, Buddhist funeral music. You're just sitting there cooking your fucking rat. You just killed a bunch of damn American infidels.
Maybe you got some acid off of the dead body. Off the dead
You just drank some ayahuasca tea.
Yeah.
That does crack me up, dude. Can you imagine them making this tape with some guy? Like that shark in Strange Wilderness.
Yeah. Hold on, it gets loud right here.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. I just like, will somebody please shut this the fuck up? I'm trying to sleep here. I think it probably aggravated them more than anything. It probably is scary. He got porno sounds.
That does sound porn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
here's that Strange Wilderness. This is what we were just talking about.
And we're back.
God.
The team is looking down the barrel of a 455.
We don't have YouTube Premium. We're poor. Support the show.
Joe, we'll be taking a close.
The shark has been menacing
Here
and
we go.
terrifying for over a decade. Sharks can only be found in two places on Earth, the northern and this shark. Cole Richie. Shark is a what the
Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, look at that thing's teeth.
Shit fucking kills me every time.
That's from the movie Strange Wilderness, also underrated comedy film.
It's so good.
Hey, we'll go back to Nick's song here in a little while after we get done with this Vietnam.
Why does that?
Jumbo.
Why does that AI version of me look so? I don't know. It looks like I have fetal alcohol syndrome.
Epilepsy?
Yeah.
Hey guys, hold
It's like
on.
I just smelled something real bad, but I'm trying to keep my smile on my face.
I look like I'm about to go film a guy.
All right. So yeah, sticking on the Vietnam situation here. And I thought this was funny. Like Josh said, we had this like 5-minute meeting prior to getting into this, and I happened to also look into something that was Vietnam related without even knowing Josh was going to get into something Vietnam related. But mine is
We were on the waves, dude. We were synced up.
synced up like a period.
Yes, sir.
Destination. I love it when my boys get on the same menstrual cycle.
That's right. That's when we know we got some good content.
Yeah,
We're on the same page.
This one, I actually didn't know that. I've heard a lot about this situation, but I did not know what the operation was called. So last week we we talked about Operation Paperclip. This week I'm talking about Operation Ranch Hand. Um, so Operation Ranch Hand, just to give you the gist, what everyone's going to know is Agent Orange, which is the herbicide that we used in Vietnam in the middle 60s or early 60s through 71, I think is when we left Vietnam.
It would like straight wipe out. It would kill anything.
Yeah. So
Roundup ain't got shit on Agent Orange.
yeah. So and I found out through my research that there were several different agents. Like there's an Agent Rainbow, there's a pink, there's a blue, I don't know, there was like 5 of them.
That's cool.
Okay.
Insert colors: pink, blue, yellow, I think maybe. But either way, so whenever as the South Vietnamese were fighting, which was whose side we were on at the time,
Yes.
they were
Anti-communist.
yeah. So they were like, oh my God, like, it's just impossible to fight these people. Like we weren't really even involved yet. Like we didn't have boots on the ground yet. And then they were asking for our help. So we ended up in what was it?
Well, this sounds eerily familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah. So they begged us for their help, and they were like, "We can't fight these people. It's just too much. We have the forces. Like, even though they're so much smaller than us, they can set up much smaller, like guerrilla warfare, like ambushes and whatnot, and just take us out." So because they were so
Yeah,
big,
they were dug in tunnels for miles.
yeah, so like any forces that were super big, you could hear them and see them coming from, forever away. Whereas the North Vietnamese, the communists, they were such a smaller force, they could hide and just pick people off just left and right without anybody knowing because of all the foliage, there's a jungle. So we ended up,
America said, "Let's kill the jungle."
They said, get that ghost tape number 10 hot mixtape
Yeah.
out.
so especially once we had boots on the ground, we were like, oh yeah, this fucking sucks fighting these guys in an environment that we're not
Shitty environment, dude.
Yeah,
Rain, hot,
we're not
snakes,
used to this. Like there's all kinds of bugs and snakes and all this other shit
malaria.
we're not used to. So like, all right, well, one thing we can control is maybe killing all of this shit, just wiping it out.
So we can see.
Yeah, well, I mean, on top of it, I mean, it was to kill the foliage, like all the agents that we did use was used as an herbicide, but it would also kill like the wildlife and stuff that was also
Kill every fucking thing.
It was just wiping.
Well, it would kill their vegetation too, like their food,
Yeah.
like their rice patties and all that stuff.
So that was another thing. There were 2 of the agents, I don't remember which 2 colors it was. I think it was Agent White and maybe Agent Yellow was the 2 that they specifically used on rice fields to take out their like food supply. But yeah, either way,
What would it do to the human body?
It's not good long-term effects for our soldiers. I know that.
yeah. I mean, it also wasn't good long-term effect for the Vietnamese either.
Right.
But so the big issue was the jungles. We weren't used to it. We couldn't use our Air Force. We couldn't use any of our heavy equipment because of the trees. Like it was just impossible. Like you would had to have brought in deforestation situations to knock out enough to bring tanks in there and whatnot. So we decided to just wipe it all out with at least they couldn't hide pretty much if we killed all the foliage. It took once it landed, I think it took like once we sprayed it, I think it took like 4 to 6 weeks or so before. But
Yeah.
in
To kill
wartime,
everything out.
in wartime, 4 to 6 weeks is not long. Like that's a
No.
blink of an eye, really. But But yeah, JFK is the one that approved the use of it. I think it was 1962 when he approved the use of herbicides.
Good year.
Yeah.
Laura was born in
Was that the-
'64.
My dad was born in '62.
Oh, really? I think that
Yeah.
was 57, I believe.
Damn, your dad's old.
No,
Barry's
59.
old as hell, Barry.
59. 59, I'm sorry, 59.
I got you.
But every run that they went, they used the C-123s, which was pretty much like a carrier, like they used to bring big
There's a
stuff.
shipping.
Yeah. So they outfitted those with hoses and a big tank in the middle of it instead of carrying tanks and everything else.
Just a big old Roundup sprayer.
Yeah, so they would have 3 to 5 of those on a run, and they would go 10,
Crop duster.
yeah, they would go 10 miles on a run with those. It ended up like 20% of the jungles over there got touched by Agent Orange by the end of all of it.
Damn.
Over 5,700 missions were ran. 5 million gallons of herbicide was dropped on Vietnam during the like 9-year period. And I think it was 7,900 square miles is what was covered by it as well. So like you think like all like it doesn't have a so Agent Orange doesn't have a crazy half-life, which is how long it would live just in the soil itself.
Be like potent.
Yeah, but as far as the half-life, whenever it gets into the human body, I think it's like 10 years or something like that for the human body.
So it's just chilling.
Yeah, it's just chilling, causing havoc. It's either going to give you cancer at the end of the day, or it's going to cause you to have kids that have birth defects.
Or calls where you can't have kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sterilized people as well. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, they even they ended up so once the like people started protesting and they were like, hey, this is not cool what y'all are doing over there. That they ended up changing the name of this, but the name of the like battalion was just the 309th Spray Flight. Like
Spray
that
flight.
that was it.
I wonder what their patch looks. I bet their patch is pretty fucking dope.
Oh, I bet it was. It was just a big old crop duster.
Yeah, man.
Melissa was
Just a big cloud.
Melissa was at the helicopter base last night, and they got a weird phone call. At first, the police department called them and was like, "Hey, a military helicopter just landed in the middle of town, and the pilot's like delusional and having a medical event." So one of the pilots at Melissa's base drove over there, and it was actually a crop duster helicopter.
Damn.
And he already had like the wings folded in and tied down, and he landed at a Motel 6 and went in and rented a room and just went to sleep.
Damn.
Yeah, but landed in the middle of Bowling Green. Yeah,
That's crazy.
without like AFC, ACC, AFF. What is it?
Without any like clearance.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun.
Mm,
It was fun to be on the other end of the phone
I
watching
bet.
all that unveil.
Oh yeah, that's fucking wild.
When you weren't the one in trouble.
Yeah. There is a story about a guy in like the 20s and 30s. Now, when was the airplane invented?
Early 1900s.
All right, this might have been like the 50s. He was telling a guy at the bar that he stole a plane and landed it in the middle of New York on the street, and they were at a bar drinking, and the guy he was telling didn't believe him and called bullshit. So the guy went and stole another plane and did it again just to prove that guy wrong.
Hell yeah. I like his
Yeah.
style.
Have
Yeah.
you told us this?
I like the cut of his
I don't know,
jib.
maybe. But that's some like John Daly type stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That's a good story, and I feel like it's longer. If you've told me that story before, you've told me a good version of it because
Yeah.
that is hilarious that somebody would do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like on
That's one for the bros.
one for the fellas.
One for the boys.
On top of like us pretty much like lying to our soldiers over there that it was safe because we didn't only have like the planes going over, we also had people in trucks with hoses.
Yeah.
foliage
Yeah.
as well. So
Yep.
and they mainly did that like around
Power
the
stations.
bases, like their
Yeah.
base, because like the Vietnamese would just be sitting outside of their base and they would just pick people off randomly.
Mhm.
It kept us tired because we were always on edge, like looking.
They also used, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know, probably not TVA, but other places used the same kind of chemicals to clear right away when they were building power lines.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
They would use, to like kill out shit, like build substations and things like that.
Yeah, I saw that when I was in the mountains last week. There was just a big patch of dead foliage right along the and I asked myself, how do they do that?
Yeah.
Because it was on a really steep mountainside.
Yeah, I mean, they just kill the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then they take bulldozers and go in there and push everything out of the way that they didn't kill,
But yeah,
that they can get to.
on top of us lying to them about that, it was also extremely dangerous to do these runs. Like I said, it was 10 miles run, but they
You're
had
getting
to
shot at.
they had to fly very low and very slow in this huge plane. I mean, hold on, I'll pull up a C-123.
That's how I like cooking my barbecue, baby. Low and slow.
Low and slow, baby.
Low and slow.
Oh, Fairchild.
I still ain't made it to Bucky's yet and got me a brisket sandwich.
Man, you
You've
need
never been to one ever?
No.
I would tell you need to go in the middle of the night, buddy, because you are not going to like that crowd.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah. So this is a Fairchild C-123. It's a big
I
plane.
don't like going to the library because of the crowd, much less a Bucky's. Oh yeah, it's like the planes they use to like fight fires now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not a small plane, so it's not fun. I'm sure it was nerve-wracking at best, flying that low and that slow.
I can't even imagine how strong those chemicals were inside that plane.
Big target.
Oh yeah. Like yeah.
We still gotta play that Borat song after we do Nick's
Yeah,
ad
we will,
read.
We will. What was I think that was about it. I think mid 1970 is when we stopped producing it. And JFK was long dead. His brother
Long
was
dead.
also probably long dead, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think it was over. One of the things that I thought was crazy that Vietnam, it took them like a couple decades to really bounce back, like their farms and whatnot to get going again. And then on top of that, they were obviously more affected than we were, even though I mean, it was tragic how much cancer and birth defects we experienced from it, but we kind of did it to ourselves.
We also lost a lot of soldiers over there too.
And it ended up being, not even worth it because we truly didn't win that war. And it was
No, man.
That was like the one L we had.
What were we doing? Trying to stop the spread of communism? Is that what we were trying to do? Right?
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't the French also help back the South Vietnamese? I want to say France was involved somehow.
What?
I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, Vietnam War, France involvement. France's involvement in the Vietnam War, 55 to 75, can be traced back to the yada yada yada, when France colonized the Indochina region, which includes
they colonized Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I know they were tied to it somehow.
France began the first Indochina War in 1946, 1954, and
Yeah,
to gain
the frogs.
an attempt to regain its colony. Go ahead.
And what was the war machine? Did they actually have like did they have separate reasons for wanting to be in Vietnam other than wanting to stop the spread of communism? Were there other influences on us getting into that war?
I think we can track almost every conflict of the modern world back to white folks wanting to colonize places.
I don't know if it's. I guess colonize is a weird word for me, I guess, but I don't know if it's colonize.
It's a very vague term, I guess.
Or control.
Very vague term. I think it's more of a control. Like we want to control.
Yeah.
They've got stuff there Just what was opium? Is that was a big thing?
Opium and like poppy fields, and
Which is opium? Yeah,
which they make heroin out of, and
Oh,
also painkillers and
yeah.
that's what I heard somewhere. I forgot where it was, but like we had we had stations guarding the opium and poppy fields, like defending them from.
well, that's how a lot of like drugs got back over here in the 70s
Yeah.
was because of that.
Yeah, but we had soldiers guarding those fields, like it was almost like a CIA
Yeah.
type.
Well, right after that, pharmaceutical pain medication and anxiety medication really took off in the late 70s and 80s.
We did
Yeah.
the same thing in Iraq too. Iraq also.
Quaaludes and shit like
That's
that.
what it was. It was Iraq that we were guarding.
Iraq too, yeah.
Yeah.
Poppy fields, yeah.
Yeah,
That's where it was that we
They
were
have a lot of
guarding. all
poppy
that.
fields over there. Now, I think I've
Yeah.
brought that up before on here.
I think some of the best weed in the world also is grown in Afghanistan.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Afghan Kush.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
actually. I mean,
They also do that hashish or whatever the fuck that shit is.
isn't that just the
Hash.
hookah stuff?
Dude, I have no idea. I don't really know. I didn't go to weed college.
Hashish? Hashish?
Hashish.
It's a cannabis concentrate. Okay, so that's just hash.
I gotta go grab
Yeah.
I gotta grab my charger real quick. Y'all talk.
Okay. I mean, Nick, during this time, do you want to go ahead and knock your we got it.
I would love to, Wesley.
Okay.
Smith and Smith Law, defending your reputation against outlandish media claims. Are you a victim of media defamation or outrageous misinformation? Tired of being accused of wild antics you never did? Smith and Smith Law is here to help. Have you been accused wrongly of secretly being an illegal alien from Mars, leading an underground society of gay garden gnomes, owning a fleet of rape-hungry unicorns, or running a secret Illuminati base on the moon? If the media has turned your life into a plotline from a pornographic sci-fi movie, it's time to fight back. Our experienced team will help you sue for damages when they say you control weather with a magic wand. Clear your name from rumors of time traveling to sabotage presidential elections. Defend against claims that you're a wizard controlling the stonk market with magic crystals and fertility candles. Prove you don't have a secret lab creating robot duplicates of Nancy Pelosi. Why should Smith and Smith Law? Why choose them? 100% success rate in defending against claims of telepathy and mind control. Over 50 years of combined experience battling absurd media accusations, and we are experts in debunking ridiculous allegations with a straight face. Don't let the media's wild imagination ruin your life. Call Smith and Smith Law at 1-800-NO-MORE-LIES and let us set the record straight, because no one should believe that you have an addiction to eating scented soaps. Smith and Smith Law, where the truth prevails over Whoopi Goldberg's retarded feminism think tank.
Think tank.
Dude, speaking of scented soaps, have y'all ever heard of that store called Buff City Soaps? They can go in there and make like your own soap. They have like all different kinds. Like, dude, we went there one time. My sister had like a birthday party for my niece, and I left there
in Buff City.
Yes, like the worst migraine I've ever had in my entire life, dude.
They had some Agent Orange in there.
I think it was, dude. It was like a million smells, like all at once.
That's how I feel when I go into bed, like Bath and Body Works.
Oh yeah, it is kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
That ad read was inspired by Joe Rogan's new lawsuit against MSNBC.
What? I didn't even look at that. So what? I kind of didn't. I got the gist of it. So they used his like namesake or whatever. His whatever.
They used a clip of him and then, but like cut it up and
made it look like he was a supporter
of Kamala. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was actually a clip of him talking about how the media is turning everything to look like it was a clip of him talking about exactly what MSNBC did to him.
Right.
Like how they're I don't know the words exactly that I'm looking for, but you know, they're making it look like that Kamala has a lot of supporters, even with celebrities that don't support her. And then they used that clip and made it look like Joe supported her.
Right.
So he's suing them for 30 mil.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets it.
Ooh.
Oh, this is actually on MSNBC's like TikTok account.
All right.
The fuck?
And it ain't been pulled yet.
Tough talk.
This is excellent
this
investigative
guy's calling
journalism.
card. And now there's this extraordinary show of weakness. He agreed to this, that he's afraid. It shows that really adapting. And to me, it's not just a campaign that isn't a
Come on.
Let it roll.
Trump, although she has that.
Yeah, let it roll, man.
campaign.
Sorry.
And it's also one that literally, and part
don't
of
think
why the Trump campaign is having such a hard time adapting. And to me, it's not.
Hold on.
No, she's not.
She can.
What in the fuck is going
feel
on?
That was not. It went to this for some reason. That's
you.
why I fucked that up.
I thought my computer was
Related
fucking up for
it,
a
yeah.
second. I thought my
No,
computer was glitching.
Hi, Josh. Shut the fuck up.
Here's the fucking clip.
In this
All right.
very bizarre time where people are giving in to the bullshit in a way that I never suspected people would before. And
We
this
saw
is
this
one,
in-
they just want no Trump no matter what, and they're willing to gaslight themselves to think that. And by the way, I think Hillary could win. If Hillary jumped back in.
I've been saying that for months.
If Hillary jumped back in, but I feel like Hillary could win. She's going to win.
No, she's not.
She can win. I feel like we are in this very.
So that's the beginning of it was
Right.
is what we're. But it's clipped up. That's the podcast. I haven't listened to it, but it's with Michael Malice.
She's going to win.
I find Michael Malice kind of.
But they doctor it up to make it look like he says that he backs her and she's going to win. He's confident she's going to win. When he's just talking.
Apparently, he's talking about. I haven't watched this pod, but
He's talking about Tulsi.
Tulsi
but
Gabbard.
they're talking about Tulsi Gabbard. And
Okay.
not Kamala.
I think I don't know why they didn't try to back Tulsi.
Because I think, and I think I've
She
said,
pulled from the Democratic Party
Right.
during the last election.
Well, she's more moderate, she's what, I don't know.
But
We don't need radical
they
right now.
can't- I don't.
That's
I
it.
think the thing is if the sitting president, incumbent president for the next election steps down, I think it would be like such an admission.
Oh, we're losing him.
It would be like an admission of like we're dumb if they ended up skipping over Kamala.
Right, that's true, I guess.
I think that would be too much. I think that would be too much for them to try to overcome.
Yeah, they've already got enough eggs in this basket.
Yeah.
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 And to backpedal now. This late in the game, we're 3 months out.
That's what happened with COVID. They were too deep and they couldn't backpedal. So they said,
Backpedal.
let's run with it, baby.
I've been
Run
too
with
deep.
it.
I mean, I've been too deep to pull out before.
Too legit.
Yeah.
Too legit to quit.
It's not that I was too deep. It's just that my legs wouldn't work in the right direction.
Right.
Yeah.
Leg.
I was all seized up. Like, oh, God.
Old turtle shell.
Making the fucking
Turtles, I'm stuck.
O face. Oh.
Bust.
Oh.
All right, boys. We're getting towards the end here. We got any?
We are. What?
We got any big announcements for this week?
I don't think we do this week. It's been kind of a chill week for me.
Yeah.
I'm engaged.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. This morning, on the 5th of
This morning? Where did you do it?
the month of our Lord, August.
Where did you
This
do
morning?
I did it on
So when you sent us that picture, it was like right after.
That was pretty fresh. Yeah.
Y'all was going to Sonic to get a happy hour.
I thought you did it over the weekend in some like on a mountain, like wrapped around your dick or something.
Right.
No, she would have expected it. I did it on we've got a little a new hiking trail that just got released.
Just got
Oh, yeah.
Just opened up in
In
Franklin.
town? Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
God just throw one out there for us?
Do what?
I said God opened up a new hiking trail for us.
Yeah. It's like, here.
I just want to thank God.
Yeah.
I'll take a minute.
But yeah, I
This will
did
take
it
a
on
minute.
that little hiking trail this morning here in Franklin. She
That's
was not
awesome, dude.
expecting it.
Hell
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah.
Yep.
We put an offer in on a house last week, but I think we got beat by a cash offer.
Dude, y'all doing a bunch of steps real quick.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Y'all ain't playing the game life.
Scottsville.
Tutley's son is about to knock on the door. He just got done mowing my yard. I can feel it.
Well, it sounds like a good time to probably wrap this one up then before we lose
Yeah.
Wes again.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my internet today. It's not even storming down here. My girlfriend.
Well, I be daggummed.
My girlfriend that I'm not
asking if they can blow these. Let's go get a good one.
is having surgery in a couple days. That's why we're doing Zoom. Because I don't know what everything's going to be like. But she's having back surgery and nothing crazy.
God almighty. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Tutley's son?
Little
minor
Butley, what I call him.
We got a
Little cute
minor
little
on the video now.
Yeah.
Is this episode made for kids?
Yeah. Now the pedos are going to be coming. Now we might
I
get a lot of
guess.
new followers now that we have minors on here. A lot of pedos might be coming to view.
Jesus. Anyway, so Wes, so your woman's having surgery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope that goes good.
It's on Wednesday.
Prayers for Haley.
Yeah, it's on Wednesday, but I'm hanging out with her tonight, so I couldn't come over. And then tomorrow,
It's all good, man.
she's getting
Did
ready.
you say rotator cuff? What'd you say?
It's a back surgery. She's got an old injury that she it flared back. She did something earlier this year before I met her, so I didn't do this to her. But it's been killing her and she's had this scheduled almost like right after we started talking. She got it scheduled, so. But yeah, I'm gonna be probably with her next little bit. So she's got a little kid too that's 2, so I know she's gonna need some help. And I just didn't want to be out of town, so I want for at least this week or whatever. I'll probably, as long as nothing happens with you guys next week, I should be good to come back up. Oh, I'm seeing Casey Rocket. It's surgery, but she says she's going to be better by not this Thursday, but the Thursday following. So we've got Casey Rocket tickets at Zany's. So
yeah, she might be all right.
She says she's going to be. I've already got the tickets. So
you need to borrow my wheelchair?
I mean, she probably wouldn't mind that. I don't know how wheelchair accessible, if they've got like spots for handicap or not.
Oh, they got to have something. They got a ramp or something to get up
Yeah,
there.
they got to have something.
They got to have something. Otherwise, boy, we'll be back there at the picket fence with the picket line.
Yeah.
Boy,
We'll
I'm
have-
canceling you
we'll have
motherfuckers.
We'll have Haley sprawl out onto the floor and get a big law juice on them. Get a big law juice on them.
Well, per usual, everybody,
Smith
thanks
and
for
Smith.
listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button.
Appreciate everybody.
And we appreciate y'all,
We
man.
had a really nice uptick for for episode 50.
Yeah, keep that going. Keep that
I'm glad-
momentum going. We're going to start putting
going.
some shorts out, some reels, some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, we got
Working
stuff.
on some.
We got stuff. We told y'all about all kinds of stuff last week. We're still working. I mean, stuff don't happen overnight.
Yeah, dude. We ain't miracle workers.
Be patient with us, guys.
Look at us. Look at us. What do you expect?
Yeah, me and Wes still have day jobs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We got to get
Yeah.
John's computer.
Yeah, man.
Um,
If we had a nice computer lab here, that'd be great.
Yeah.
A computer lab?
A computer lab, dude. I want a lab.
So he can have all of the kids come over and he can teach them how to type.
Yeah,
No.
he'll have an LGBTQ teen section. Like this is for LGBTQ.
Have a
teens
teen room.
only.
Have
Yeah,
bean bags in there,
yeah,
all
yeah.
sprawled
Some fun
out.
furniture. Yeah.
Anyway, before this goes off the rails, this has been.
Fine, Bobby.
Thank y'all for listening.
Love y'all. Take it easy.